What's up, guys? Such a beautiful day out. But today I'm going to be talking to you from the toilet. Sitting on the toilet, my favorite place to be, because why not? Today I want to talk to you guys about metabolism, specifically myths surrounding metabolism and answering this common question. Hey Andy, my metabolism, I think it's slow. How do I speed up my metabolism so that I can eat more? I'm here to tell you guys what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. So if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. This is a common question that I get, and I want to address this question because there is so much misconception around it. Okay, first of all, to address this question, we need to define what metabolism is. Okay, and metabolism, it's simply anything and everything that your body does. And in terms of leaning down and getting that physique, that lean, well-proportioned physique, metabolism is the energy that your body needs to perform everything. Okay, so what do I mean by everything? Like literally everything. Like from building muscle to losing fat to regulating your heartbeat to making sperm, everything, okay? So basically your body and all the stuff, because your body is made out of like cells, right? All this stuff that's in your body, the amount of energy that it needs to maintain itself, to function, that's metabolism. In terms of our daily application, to measure metabolism and the energy it needs, we use calories, right? That is the unit for energy in terms of food and expenditure. I'm gonna pop some numbers up, I guess right here. Pop some numbers up right here. I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? That, using a calculator that you can find online, that is my RMR, resting metabolic rate. That means while I'm just lying down and doing absolutely nothing, that's how many calories it needs to maintain itself. So going from there, if you multiply that number by 1.15 or 1.2, you would get the amount of calories you need, including basic shit like walking, walking to the fridge, just daily average amount of walking by the average person. That number has been shown to be around 1.2, but if you're lazy like me, driving right up to places and park as close as possible, taking the elevator and the escalator instead of stairs, because fuck that, right? So the reason why I'm using myself is because I think as a male, I am probably right at average. Oh shit, my arm's tired from holding up my phone. Okay, so going from right there, next step, what else do? I do weight training. Weight training, it doesn't burn that many calories. Okay, so one session of weight training on average is about 200 calories. So boom, 200 calories. So now we're at 2,200 calories. Let's just say that I do intense, weight training and I need to recover from that every day. So let's say another 100 calories my body needs to recover. So boom, the total is now 2,300. And that is exactly my metabolism. We call that TDEE, or total daily energy expenditure. That is how many calories I need to maintain my body. 2,300, it's not that much, right? And some people are like, why are some people eating at like 3,000? Well, here's the thing. The truth is, us humans, we don't need that many calories. We don't need that many calories to sustain ourselves, okay? People who are eating 3,000 calories, they're including workouts, probably a lot of cardio. But here's the problem. For the average person, we're not doing like a bunch of cardio every day. We're not, hardcore doing HIIT and trying to be an athlete, right? We're just trying to live a healthy lifestyle that, effortlessly build that look, that beach body look, and enjoy our life. That's our usual goal. So here the point is, it's really not that many calories. And as you can see from 2,300, if I were to go on a deficit, and probably a deficit of about 500 calories, I'm easily in a sub 2,000 calorie level. So then you may ask, how do I increase my metabolism? Well, let me give you another example then. Okay, so a sport that I play semi-competitively, because I really like it, is badminton. So we're not talking about that backyard badminton, okay? We're talking about something like this. For me, one session, probably anywhere between 2 to 4 hours. I can burn, about 800 to maybe even 1,200 calories in one session. So let's take that average, 1,000 in that session. So adding on to the 2,300 calories, another 1,000 calories, that is when I can eat into the 3,000 mark. Do you see that? Obviously the height, how big you are, that matters. Someone who's bigger than me, they're probably, probably hitting the high 2,000s mark without exercising like that. And then with exercising, then they might go up to like 3,000, 4,000 calories. Yes. But on average, as an average person, it's not that many calories unless you're like an athlete. So I can imagine that if I play badminton competitively like an athlete, and I need to train like that like every single day, then I can feel that even with one session, like I'm dead. I need to eat like a lot more calories, and I need to sleep probably another hour or two on top of the, the regular 8 hours just to recover. So as you can see, for athletes, yeah, you can eat like 3,000 calories, but for the most of us, we're trying to just lose fat, get lean, get that beach body look. It's just not necessary, and it's actually counterproductive. And let me tell you why. So we can see that the most reliable way to actually increase your metabolism is through some kind of intense cardio or some kind of sport. By the way, most people think that, I want to increase metabolism like some effortless trick to kind of like, trick your body into burning more calories. Well, let me give you the cold hard truth, okay? Ready? That doesn't exist. People talk like metabolism like they're separate from their bodies. Like it's a different entity. Like you are literally your body. You are the body. So for your body to increase the metabolism and needing more energy to function and to kind of, make it work harder to burn more calories, guess what? You gotta put in more work because you are the body. You gotta put in the work for your body to do the work so that it increases metabolism. Did you forget that you are the body? As you can see here, you need to do the work, go crazy with, like with a sport or some kind of intense cardio for your body to actually need that much energy. Does that make sense? Okay? There's no trick. You gotta give your body a reason for it to burn. So then for the average person, why am I not recommending you guys to do crazy cardio? Your body is not a stationary machine. So telling you my experience from playing badminton, just one session, it drains the hell out of my body. It's easier for me because I love badminton and it doesn't drain any willpower. But it's harder if you're just doing cardio for the sake of fat loss. And in the body, there are signals. Specifically, a few signals. One, your stress hormone called cortisol. I call that the war hormone because when your body is under attack or it's tensed up, anything that's like a drastic change to your body signals war by increasing your stress hormone cortisol. Second hormone is your ghrelin, and that is your hunger hormone. That shit's gonna shoot right up if you're doing a bunch of cardio like that. Intense, long hours of intense cardio. And the last one, leptin. Leptin is your satiation hormone. So your leptin needs to be high up so that the food you eat will feel satiating, so that you'll eat less food to feel good. So in the event that you do crazy amount of cardio, cortisol goes up, ghrelin goes up, leptin goes down. When your leptin goes down, guess what? Your body's gonna be like, give me more food, give me more food. And then when your first line of defense will be your willpower. So your willpower will be like, no, we're not eating. But your willpower is gonna drain. Your willpower drains to none. What happens? You're gonna start to eat. You're gonna start to eat and you're gonna bring up your calories. But your body is not gonna stop when your calorie hits that maintenance mark or whatever your target is, because your leptin is low. Your leptin is low from that intense cardio because your body's all tensed up. Your body thinks that it's gonna die. It's gonna need energy to survive. So your leptin is low, and your body doesn't know that you got enough calories. Your body's gonna be like, come on, bring more in. Come on, bring more in. So what happens? You depleted your willpower. What happens? You're gonna eat more and more and more. So this is what happens. You're actually going to eat more if you shock your body with way too much cardio. And that's the same on the other side of the coin. If you go for, let's say, a very, very drastic calorie deficit through like cutting out food, if it's too drastic, similar signals will occur. And this is why most people, when they do a bunch of cardio, intense cardio to lose weight, they fail. They end up gaining more weight than before from, exercising, so to speak. And they come to me and go, Andy, why? Why is it that I'm eating healthy and I'm exercising a lot and I'm gaining weight? Well, that is why. You're actually eating more than you need, because you would feel like your appetite goes through the roof and you can't control the eating. That is why you need to understand that you can't really, on a practical level, increase your metabolism by a practical amount that you can rely on to lose fat and get lean. You need to worry about the food that you're intaking and going on a moderate deficit, kind of sneaking up on your body. You don't want to scare the shit out of your body. Okay, you want to sneak up on your body and create little changes and accumulate that every single day. So it's a myth on a practical level to boost your metabolism, so to speak. Now, last point I want to talk to you guys about. And in terms of eating, okay, there are no metabolism boosting food, okay? There are food that takes more energy to digest, but the calorie content or the energy content that the food has will always be more than the amount of energy your body needs to digest it, right? Because your body is a survival machine. It's trying to store more energy as it could when you feed it more food. It doesn't make any sense to eat, let's say, 200 calories of food, and then your body takes 300 calories to burn 200 calories of food. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, you would have died by now if that was the case. Okay, so you cannot boost your metabolism. Does that make sense? So you may have heard the idea, we should eat more. You should eat more to lose weight, because eating more will boost your metabolism. Yes, eating more will boost your metabolism in terms of digestion and in terms of kind of metabolizing the food. But overall, the amount of food and the energy content that you consume will always be greater than that boost in metabolism that you get. Does that make sense? You cannot rely on eating more and the metabolism boosting properties to lose weight. Does that make sense? Okay, now on to the last point I want to talk about. Another myth that people bring up is, by being in a calorie deficit, wouldn't your metabolism crash? Your metabolism will drop and then you stop losing weight. Let me tell you why that's not the case, okay? Calorie deficit could almost always outspeed, outplay, outlast your metabolism drop or metabolism crash. Okay, first of all, there is no such thing as a metabolism crash. It's a drop in the metabolism, but it's a very, very minor drop. Okay, and we're talking like if my TDE was 2000, it'll probably drop down to like 1700 or something, 1800, 1700, 1600. It's not like boom, it crashes to like 500. My metabolism crashes. It's like 500-600 calories. No, it's still up there. Okay, so your metabolism doesn't crash. It decreases slightly. You will not gain weight from that crash. Okay, that decrease. If you are on a calorie deficit properly, your deficit will always outplay that minor decrease from eating your calorie deficit. Does that make sense? Okay. So why does our metabolism go down when we diet? Well, because when you are in a calorie deficit, you are losing weight. So when you lose weight, you have less stuff in your body to maintain. If you have less stuff, as we mentioned previously, what metabolism is, it's the total amount of energy your body needs to maintain. Obviously, that total will go down because you lost weight. You are less than before. And that is the majority of why your metabolism decreases. Now, there is a minor drop due to other physiological reasons because you're in a calorie deficit. Your body's trying to survive. So it kind of, tries to hold on to energy more. Yes. But that decrease from that reason is very, very little. The majority comes from the fact that you've lost weight and therefore your metabolism decreases. Does that make sense? So yes, it will go down, but it's not going to crash down to like, 400 or 500 or something, like a number that's going to cause weight gain. And how do we know that's the case? Well, the Nazis in the World War II, where they put prisoners on a unethical 500 calorie, I think it was 500 calories. Long story short, very low calories for a long time. So did their metabolism drop? Of course. They dropped from not only weight lost, but also a long period of very, very drastically low calories. Yes, their metabolism dropped. But, if your metabolism crashes and the starvation mode was true and, people will stop losing fat, or some people even claim that they've gained fat. If all that was true, then those prisoners would have dropped in weight and then start gaining weight, right? Well, that didn't happen. Those prisoners continued to lose weight down to skin and bones. And there were horrendous pictures, which I will not show you, but they have their abs, they're lean, but they're also skin and bone. For the purpose of understanding why metabolism doesn't crash and that the drop is not significant enough to cause weight gain or to cause any problem that might affect you as an average person, the bottom line here is that you shouldn't worry about that, okay? So the conclusion here, okay, metabolism is simply the energy that your body needs. And it's a myth on a practical level to boost your metabolism or, to worry that your metabolism will crash. Okay, so your metabolism is greatly determined by things like your lean mass, weight, age, gender, height, things that are more about you. You don't need to worry about things like, oh, my metabolism is like really low. Trust me, it's not gonna affect you. Okay, if you go on a calorie deficit, none of that will matter. You will still lose weight. Does that make sense? All right, so I hope this video helped clarify the myths around metabolism and that you guys understand finally what the fuck metabolism is. Okay, so if you like this video and you find this video helpful, help me out by hitting that like button, subscribe to my channel for more tips on how to get down to low body fat, get lean, lose fat, and get to your dream beach body-like physique, all without sacrificing enjoyable foods. Let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you've also felt for those beliefs and what other kind of videos or what other questions you have, so then I can help address these questions. All right.